favorite cosplay I have is my Journey cosplay. I ended up getting that commissioned, and I love it to bits.
Who's that?
It's Journey, the video game.
I'm familiar with that.
It's a really short, like 2-hour game. It's by it's by that game company. They ended up making Abzu as well, but that was a game that quite literally saved me and has helped me through a lot of family passings and whatnot. So it just has a really special place in my heart.
Oh, those are always the best cosplays. Alright, Nick, can I get mic check?
Mic check.
Okay, and I got your mic check when we were talking. Okay, if you guys are ready, let me hit record.
Cool.
So
All right.
we should be good.
I do your intro.
No.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say "What's up, bitches, bros," non-binary hoes.
Yeah, you got the good brain damage today.
Yeah, I don't think Mark would like that.
Yeah.
I can't say for certain, but if I was a betting man.
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily appreciates anime quotes, and especially not that one. Ooh. Okay. I'm not okay. Sorry. What's up, Pokemon trainers? I'm Ash.
I'm Nick.
And we're here today with the Pokemon Rundown, and it's about time. Temporal Forces.
It is a Monday, which means we have a whole lot of product to crack.
But before that, we're actually going to talk about something a little different. If Nick, if you want to go ahead and start us off with the rotation.
Yeah, so coming up next month is the next of Pokemon Standard rotations, which means a lot of cards are about to be no longer play legal. We have the lovely list pulled up. We're going to be going over a handful of them as we're, well, cracking packs.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to immediately start opening my HEB because...
Yeah, probably should start small. Well,
Yeah.
small. I was going to say, we should probably just rip the Band-Aid off, address the giant floating cat in the room.
Yeah, of all the cards rotating out, the most important ones are the ones to me, which is Mew V, Max, Genesect V, and every other Fusion Striker
Pokemon
getting kicked out. Want to put
Yep,
my little...
all of these styles are being removed, so no more Octillery, no more Urshifus. Well, yeah, no more Urshifus for now, at least. I don't know. Strikes was an interesting concept, and there were some really cool things in it. So I am kind of sad to see him go in some ways, but at the same time, I'm just ready for new stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, you dominated the format the entire time it was legal. It was a fantastic deck. It had its time to shine. It won Worlds. So, I'm okay with it, you know? It's I'm sad to see it go, but it had a fantastic run.
No, it just means you get to be a jerk now and just play Snorlax.
Rare on my first pack, Relincanth. Okay.
Hey, I mean, that's one of the ones we were looking for, so...
True, yeah. I mean, now that we're start now going down in order because we have them in... starting off with Battle Styles, some of the more noticeable losses, and this is a huge one, is good old Level Ball.
Interrupting real quick, just to say I got, once again, pulled the best card of the set, the Snow.
The Snow.
So, the Snow.
Also in there, notably Escape Rope. I'm sorry, Lost Box, Comfy Loops. You're getting a little slower now.
I'm actually genuinely surprised by that one. I thought Escape Rope would more or less stay in the format. Ooh.
Yeah. There we go. There's a nice big hit right out of the gate. And Morty's Conviction, full art. Or, not full art.
I always forget what the rarities are called now. I apologize.
I believe it's now, what, Illustrator Rare?
I believe so.
Yep.
All right. But, yep, outside of the styles, we are losing good things like Shadow Rider, Ice Rider, what else are we missing?
I mean, Clara.
Clara, yep. Clara has been a mainstay in most of my decks.
Notably as well, Avery for, well, goodbye Bench Punish Avery. I'm gonna miss you greatly. Yeah. Goodbye for Alligator as well. Not goodbye, hello for Alligator.
Hello for Alligator. Yep. Goodbye for Alligator.
No, also, again, in Battle Styles, which, because I completely forgot about it, or sorry, not Battle Styles, Chilling Rain, both the Curlia and Gardevoir that the deck wants to play I'm already seeing a lot of people theorize that likely this means Gardevoir is probably not going to exist post-rotation only because losing Refinement and Shining Arcana at the same time really hurts.
I don't know, because I have, well, looking through the list, I think I got an ace card. Looking through the lists on the Japanese city leagues, there still has been a fair few, there we go, Neo Upper Energy.
Ooh,
Which, I wonder if I can show off that foiling. It is gorgeous, and that coloring also very pretty.
So you're saying the Japanese City League's Gardevoir lists?
Yeah, there's still been a fair few Gardevoirs in there, so
Okay.
it's not completely gone, but... I know one of the changes I've seen people go to, rather than going with Gardevoir, is a lot of people have started playing Espathra, which I know is one of your favorites right now.
Yeah, let's go with that. Also, the first of the EXs, good old Iron Leaves EX. Here we go, and then there are now probably, and I'm going to say arguably, the biggest loss out of Chilling Reign, Paths to the Peak.
Good riddance. I am so glad it's gone.
But see, no, I'm going to argue against that because that was one of my only good, clean, solid answers to Charizard. Being able to lock them out of their energy acceleration, slow them down a little bit.
Another one of your favorite Pokemons, Lug Trio.
Yay. Like, I've read like 3 or 4 articles now where people are already starting that to state that with the loss of Path, Charizard may become best deck in the format.
It's possible. It like I said, that one is still pretty consistent. I don't know. I think it's honestly going to go Future Box, specifically with Iron Hands, Iron Crown.
I guess ultimately the question is simply like, is Future Box able to keep pace with Charizard?
Fair enough.
Yep. I know.
Another few big losses that we're losing from Chilling Reign. Melanie, which was great for just energy and just water support as overall. What was the other one? Echoing Horn, but I know you enjoyed using that one here and there. Fog Crystal, which was phenomenal support for psychic types.
Yep.
Like, we're losing a few good things in here. Also the birds. All the birds have seen a little bit of play here and there, so I should specify the legendary trio.
Yeah, they definitely fell out of favor in at the tail end of the standard format they're in, but
Well, Moltres started seeing some play again as for help with energy acceleration with Charizard, or honestly, Roaring Moon.
fair point. And then moving on now down to the losses out of Evolving Skies.
Eevees.
Yep, Eevees are gone.
Goodbye, Eevee. Goodbye, Eevee.
All right, goodbye, Eevee. I'm sorry, Eevee. See, I was going to go more with Duraludon VMAX. Like, the namesake of the deck it was played in is now gone.
Yeah. The fun thing about Duraludon was that if your opponent had any special energy attached, it would do no damage, which made him a powerhouse in this kind of format just because so many decks rely on that the special energy.
And then, well, I played it a lot in Mew, but Pumpkaboo is now rotating out. I will miss little dude being able to just hang around in Papa Stadium on demand.
Another really, really, really big hit, which I know is absolutely horrible for Miraidon / electric players, Flappy. Flappy is rotating out. Flappy has been like a mainstay in any electric deck.
Yep. Also, notably, Rescue Carrier. I don't think that's going to have too much of an impact, but it was always around. Then on down to Celebrations.
Kyogre.
Yep.
Because Kyogre became a deck for a while, and it was the silliest thing. I love it. More notably, the Zacian V, which was the Psychic Zacian from Celebrations. Saw a lot of play in Gardevoir. You guys no longer have that as well.
Yeah, the poor UV Max. I don't know how it's going to play. It's not going to play after rotation. You really can't. But I mean, also notably, the Celebrations Mew, the Mysterious Tale, smooth out your draws, get the items you need.
I was expecting you to say smooth out your brain.
No, that's other decks. And now on to Fusion Strike, where, like we opened with, goodbye, Mew, VMAX, Meloetta, Power Tablet. The whole deck is gone. It hurts.
But one of the... outside of, like, Mew, obviously, there was another huge hit from Fusion Strike that I think just about every deck is losing right now. Battle VIP Pass.
Yes.
Like, I was very wishy-washy when it was first announced, and I realized after a while that actually it was really good. And now that it's gone, I'm just sitting here like, crap. Wait,
Yep.
I don't care anymore. I have Buddy Poppin'.
Yep, that's every discussion I've seen on the loss of Battle VIP is, I mean, they're still Buddy Poppin'. Like, yeah, unfortunately, it can't get you, like, the turn 1 Radiance. It can't get you, some of, like, the V's and EX basics that you want to grab. But, again, there's enough in the format to accelerate that you can just Buddy Poppin' and grab whatever you want another way. Mm-hmm. So you split this in half. Here's your 3. Here's my 3. And then finally, I get Cram-O-Matic again. That's more of a Mew VMAX card, so I'm sad to lose it, but...
I mean, I've seen it in a few decks here and there. It's not a bad card. But, yeah, that's one of the ones where it's like, you can definitely work around it.
Yeah,
Battle VIP, if you were depending on being able to get those Vs or EXs out. Oh.
Hello. The gold rare Iron Leaves EX.
Very
there we
pretty.
are.
But yeah, Cram-O-Matic is something I feel is something that can easily be worked around, just because it was already kind of iffy on if it would ever hit or not.
I do know, in the Sword Shield Black Star promos list of cards that we are losing, it's not seeing as much play anymore, but for a while, Professor Burnett as the way for the Lugia decks to ensure they were able to get, hit their V-Star power as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just going to move the Iron Leaves down to here just so I don't accidentally put cards on top of it. Continuing on down. Luckily, past that, like the Brilliant Stars on, nothing too notable is getting lost.
To be fair, those are the ones that are, most of them that are being taken out from Brilliant Stars and later are trainer galleries. So, makes sense.
Yeah, I was half expecting just to be scrolling through the list and like there's just some random card that's stuck in. It's like, what? Wait, why is that one rotating out? Oh, no, yep, there's nothing too notable. I'm gonna scoot this off to the side now. Another Raging Bolt. Okay. Well, no, not another Raging Bolt.
Yeah,
the first
not another one.
No. I'm definitely curious to see now what the Pokemon Standard meta is going to turn into post-rotation, because, like you're saying, the the future box... Oh, hello, Cutie Fly.
That's adorable.
Yeah, put you next to the Snom. There we go. Oh, sorry. Because I was saying, like, there's already the future box that's poking around to the Japanese leagues. Obviously, right now, Charizard EX is posed to potentially become the best deck in the format. Potentially, Roaring Moon has a lot of... about a game share to take over, because it was being held back by a handful of these cards, and now that it's no longer a problem, it can start to slide more into more of a dominant role. I'm hoping that Gardevoir will be fine, even with the loss of two of its more important cards.
Yeah, fortunately, you do have you still have a bit of drawing power if you go the Tinkaton line, which I know you've been playing recently. So, there are workarounds, but it's going to be a lot harder.
Yeah. Also, it is not Mirage Step, or sorry, it's not Refinement Curly we're losing, it's Mirage Step Curly we're losing, so it's not as bad. There's still the option to, refine Curly at discard and energy, get the engine running, but it does lose access to the Shining Arcana Gardevoir, which was its preferred single prize attacker.
Fair.
Reversal Energy, Shining Arcana, hitting for 150 as soon as you're behind on prizes was very nice. as well as Gardevoir being able to also just accelerate that as well, and if you don't want to have the EX active. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, I know a lot of players that I've been talking to locally at the very least. I know a few of them are very nervous because as of right now, Snorlax is seen a lot of play. Great Tusk, I keep touching on it. It's just, it exists. It's becoming a deck. Right now, the meta might be going towards Mill, and that's honestly kind of interesting because, I mean, we haven't been playing too long, so we haven't really seen Mill decks proper out in the wild.
Second of the A-Specs, Maximum Belt. There you go. Yeah, as much as I like stall and mill decks and like annoying control type matches, if that becomes the dominant meta, sure, I could definitely see a lot of people taking a seat until the format speeds up again. Because yeah, it's very fun, but
this is one of the art illustrator rares I was looking for. I just think this card is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, you're not. Sorry.
I still had the McCargo.
Gotcha. Oh. Okay, sorry. Like, slow, control, grindy formats are fun for me, but I can definitely see a lot of people hating it because spending, half an hour sitting there while your opponent slowly deconstructs your deck, it's not fun to be on the receiving end of.
If people, if brand new players, if they go against it, they're not sure what they're going to be able to do, it's going to end up in a lot of draws.
Yeah, there's already been a lot of discussion in the past about ways that Pokemon Company can reduce the number of draws or like games going to time during major events, and people will toss around like best of one, best of ones, extending the time limits, doing anything to avoid the okay, I played against someone who's going slow, now I'm stuck in game 2 and we're at a draw. And yeah, if Mill becomes the dominant strategy, I can definitely see a lot of angry tweets about match draws and things like that because, I got paired against a Snorlax stall player.
Ooh. Oh. Farigiraf. One of my favorites from the new gen. Girafarig always needed more love, so I'm glad it came out in the form of Farigiraf. Just snow.
Just gonna keep shifting those up. There we go.
I was gonna say.
No.
Okay.
You have the giraffe away from me. I don't know. Is there anything in terms of meta shift that you are excited for? Because right now I will admit that I'm mostly looking at the losses with dread.
It's when it comes to things like Battle VIP Pass, people already have responses when it comes to either Buddy Buddy Poffin, Squawkabilly. That's the card I was thinking of. Squawkabilly has that wonderful ability, just draw 7 if it's the first turn, or discard draw 7, which is great. Like if you just really need to reset your hand. As far as like what the meta is shifting to, honestly, I don't know. Hey. I prefer not going the Charizard route, but that's just because I'm not the biggest fan of Charizard.
What about Airy? Because we got one of those.
I really do enjoy Airy.
Okay.
I love that full art. That is a gorgeous one.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I don't know what the meta's going to turn into. I'm excited to see, honestly. But I'm in agreement. As funny as Mill is, and I do run it on occasion in Magic, it's not fun to play against. I know that.
Yeah. There's also one where I've played Snorlax Stall on TCG Live for a while now, just because it's fun. But every mirror match of Snorlax Stall that I've bumped into, hello, Iron Boulder EX, you can get added to the pile. It's a slog. It's a 25-minute long Drago. Both of us sitting there until one of us draws into like a Misfortune Sisters, and it's like, okay, you Misfortune Sisters me first, so now you're gonna win because unless I draw a way to start looping my deck very quickly, we're gonna be draw going until one of us decks.
Yeah.
And as excited I am that Mill is doing well. Stall decks are doing well. Obviously, out of Brazil, it did very well.
Ooh, Scizor.
Oh. It definitely doesn't bode well for the format's health as a whole if the current most played deck is a slow, grindy slog.
Yeah, it's like we started seeing that issue when Gudra first started seeing play, where we would see a lot of players end up tying just because Gudra is so tanky, and then its ability allowed it to, or its V-Star power allowed it to heal up everything, and it's literally just rinse repeat. Gudra left a lot of draws and a lot of people frustrated.
Yep. Yeah. It's very amusing to watch a deck lose favor, not because a better deck came out or a better option came out, just because it cost you so many games from the draws that people stopped playing it.
I did see one or two people playing it in the league still. It does still exist, just in very different formats, because I think the one I saw, it was actually an RCS Gudra.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it was mostly the Lost Box Gudra build that took games to time every single round.
That one's fair, though.
Hello, Lickitung.
That's... Okay, that is also very cute. I really do. I love all the Illustrator rares. They're always adorable. I don't know. It's like I just keep going back, and it's like... I don't know. I guess I'm just always looking forward rather than what we're losing. So it's just like, my brain is already like, okay, so this is gone. How do I go around this?
Fair. Yeah, like... I do have my Tinkaton list that I have been working on for a while now that is mostly rotation-proofed at this point. I still do have the Shiny Arcana Gardevoir in there because it's just that good that you want to play it no matter what.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely curious to see how, because I've already seen some people talk, they're like, okay, with the loss of the Battle VIP Buddy Poffin, potentially now with the loss of Path to the Peak, can the Charizard players start playing things like, ooh, hello Gengar. Playing things like Pidgeotto for the Quick Search. Pidgeot, sorry.
Get your birds right, jeez.
No, I refuse to respect the birds. They're government agents. Playing Pidgeot because now they don't have to worry about path locking them out of the Quick Search every single turn.
That, and it lets a lot of decks get rid of RCS or Force Heal Stones.
Yep.
Because why do that when you can literally do it every single turn?
Yep. Yeah, the obvious downside being on a stage 2 and it being a 2-prizer. It is risky, but it's also chunkier, which means that it's a lot harder to knock out than, like, Bibarel, which is currently seeing the most play in that role.
Yeah, Bibarel still has another year, having been introduced in Brilliant Stars, so I think he's going to be a menace up until the very end.
Yeah, I don't foresee the Beaver going anywhere until he is forcibly removed. The local Beaver commits social faux pas, asked to leave the function. I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Nope. No, I was like, I think we're now in the part of the episode where we're just going to start speed cracking through these packs because that is what I'm mostly here for. Because I am a card goblin.
Can confirm.
Yes. So I want my pretty shiny cards.
I guess for me, I'm also already looking towards this stuff that is going to be coming out. Like, we've been seeing teases for Crimson Haze, which will be in our Twilight Masquerade set come May. Like, Ursaluna is going to be taking the place of Radiant Charizard in a lot of decks just because you don't have to worry about getting that fire energy. And I think it does... it either deals the same amount or slightly more damage. So it just makes it a better swap, ultimately. Oh,
Yeah.
A Gengar for my Gengar.
Hey, all right. We always take more Gengar per Gengar. So I think I'm a few packs ahead of you if you want to crack through a few of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a slow pack opener. Leave me be.
I definitely, I can absolutely see Blood Moon Ursaluna either taking the slot of Radiant Zard in a handful of decks or just outright getting rid of Radiant Zard's playability.
Like, Zard will still see play. I'm sure it'll still stay in, at the very least, Charizard itself, just because Charizard is running the fire energy, so it doesn't need to worry about being able to supply it.
Yep. But yeah, any deck that doesn't want to force a fire energy just for the Radiant Zard now has access to their Saloon, because 5 colorless and discounted via colors for each prize card your opponent's taken makes it very accessible.
Yeah, there was another card that I've been just... Oh, yeah, actually, there was a card teased called... I want to say it was called Bud Catcher's Net or something like that, where it's look at the top 7 cards of your deck, pick up to 2 grass Pokemon or energy, and put them in your hand, shuffle the rest, or put them at the bottom. And, like, I've been playing Serena lately, and that's just a phenomenal thing for Serena. Like, that's one I'm, like, eagerly waiting for it to be released.
I don't know. It definitely makes brewing kind of odd when you're playtesting with cards that we don't know when we're seeing them in the English release yet. Because the issue that I ran into was where myself and another local player have both been brewing Tinkaton lists, and we sent each other our potential deck lists. And his list was being brewed with cards that aren't out yet. So it's like, it's definitely the better of the 2 lists we've built, but now we have to wait to find out when we can actually play it.
Yep.
So, I mean, luckily, I believe the big one that is now accessible is the Cryptomaniac Ciphering. Because, again, in a deck that wants to draw cards from able to control your top deck is really good. Now we just have to wait for the rest of the cards that are so far only out in Japan.
I know another one that I'm going to be very curious about are the Ogre Pawns.
Yes.
Because we are seeing 4 different... we're seeing an Ogre Pawn for each mask. I know the fighting type we both looked at. I can't remember what it does for the life of me right now, but it's one that we, looked at and we're just like, okay, that could potentially see play. I could potentially see people just doing Merry-Go Ogre Pawn and just constantly swapping it out with their ability. Or not their ability, there is the mask item that allows you to take one from discard, put it in the place of the current one.
The old Volo, but only for Ogre Pawn.
Kinda, yeah.
Or
well,
no, not Volo, Thornton, sorry.
No, because it doesn't even remove damage. Oh, no, I guess it would be Thornton. Okay. Never mind.
There's also an upcoming card, I'm blanking on the name of it, but one of our friends has been drooling over it, as it is, I believe, It is the deals an additional 100 if it has dark energy attached.
Oh, that would be Okie Dokie.
Thank you.
One of the... what are they called? The Friend Trio? I can't remember what they're called.
Well, I will take my second gold EX in Raging Bolt EX.
Impressive.
There we go.
But yeah, no, that one, and I want to say it was... Is Serendip... I don't even know how to pronounce that one. It was the bird from that trio I was also looking at. And then, of course, there's also... We know that we're going to be seeing the Stella type here in the future. And, seeing what that's going to bring is going to be interesting.
Yes, yeah. I'm definitely... Again, we talked about it in the past, but I'm definitely eagerly waiting to find out what exactly Stellar Terra type does. Because there's so many things it could do, there's so many potential routes they could choose to go for it. It's like, what is their idea of, like, the Stellar Terra type for the TCG?
Yeah, with the original Terra type, it was more of a defensive one, with it saying that it can't take damage when it's on the bench. So that just makes me wonder if it's still going to be a more defensive type, or if they're going to go on the offense with it being a completely brand new typing, essentially.
I would hope they choose the offensive route, because both in the video game and the card game, like, it's offensive. Like, please, in the VGC where it deals or gives the attack boost, and now it's like, can we please get that TCG? Because again, we already said it earlier that the format needs to speed up a little bit. Right now we've got all these big chunky health pools. It'd be nice to get a card or a typing that could just start ripping through things.
Yeah. Oh, my last pack was a letdown.
Oof. And let's see what's in my final one. Ribbon. Just go slow roll it. Come on. Third gold card.
Nope.
No, there's no gold card. Just a Whimsicott. Oh well.
Honestly, a pretty good spread.
Yeah. No,
I mean, two golds in one box is incredible, especially considering how long did it take us to find a gold from Paldan?
I don't want to think about that number because it
Too
yeah.
dang many.
Yeah.
I am very surprised though. Only 2 A specs. Like I knew they were going to be a little bit harder to get, but I didn't think it would be nearly this difficult.
Yeah, I thought they would be akin to kind of the rarity that the Radiance had, where we were hitting 2 or 3 to a box, so it wasn't too hard. But that was what we got, 1 out of an ETB and the other one out of a box. So 1 in every not even I would say 1 in every 10 packs for the ETB, but 36 packs only got netted 1 out of the box. So
It would be closer to like a 1 in 25 if anything.
probably yeah.
But
Not terrible pull rates, but I was hoping they'd be a little higher.
mostly just in the special department, I think, for us.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not complaining. I know I had been looking at Gengar for a little bit, and I think it was Lug Trio I had also vaguely looked at. But there's a lot of just cool things overall in this set. A-Specs coming back is honestly kind of cool. It's a mechanic that hasn't been in the format for a good while at this point, since Black and White, I want to say.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, just a little bit.
No, I do like them bringing back old mechanics because A-Spec was a fun mechanic and it wasn't too overpowered or format warping. So it's a safe inclusion, whereas like the Prism Stars were a little bit overtuned.
A little bit. But yeah, no. Overall, I'm happy. Again, we got the GOAT card, so it's like nothing else matters, really. Everyone buy Snomes. Snome is love, Snome is life.
Snome stock's on the uptick.
But I don't know. I think that's it for us.
That does conclude us for today.
I hope everyone has fun cracking into their own temporal forces. Let us know what you get. As always, I'm Ash.
I'm Nick.
And we'll catch you next time.